Despite this being their test year prior to a full assault on the series in 2000, Peugeot had proved that they can lead rallies. Marcus Grönholm, the fifth here in '97, looked to be their best bet for that elusive win. Teammate Francois Delacour, though, was even quicker. Not having scored any points for the team this year, he was determined to put the record straight. Ford's third driver, Petter Solberg, was delighted with his tyre choice. The Swede was unexpectedly mixing it with the leaders. The early pace setters after the first two stages were Kankkunen out front, the two Peugeots snapping at his heels, Solberg surprisingly in fourth. Stages 3 and 4 run on and around the Grand Prix circuit at Silverstone. Mäkinen was not having a good day. Unable to get into the top 6 on the Silverstone stages, he was to lose nearly 10 seconds on Kankkunen and Blenheim, finishing the day a disappointing 7th. Didier Auriol had hoped that he'd be fighting for the title here in the UK. But after his off in Australia, his task is to hang on to second place in the series. Richard Burns would have red mist in his eyes. He would not want his teammate to beat him on his home turf. He seemed unable to get near Kankkunen, and the Peugeots kept him at bay. But a win on stage 6 clawed back a few seconds. Carlos Sainz was cruelly denied the championship here in '98 when he stopped within sight of the finish. He would want to win for personal reasons, but also to give Toyota another well-deserved victory. But the man of the leg was definitely Juha Kankkunen. Winning stages 2, 3 and 4, he pulled out a 7-second lead. The car seemed perfectly set up.
Morning, you are. Good start to the morning.
Yeah, not fantastic. Just a little post on the first stage. But after that, fine. A bit slippery, but not too bad.
At the end of the leg, he was firmly in first place. Having failed to score any points in the last 7 rallies, Colin McRae was under pressure to finish. He was also keen to squash rumours that Richard Burns had taken over as the UK's #1 driver. But again, McRae was to leave the road on both opening stages, badly damaging the focus. It wasn't a good start.
Colin's not very happy with our tyre choice there. Lack of grip caused us a bit of a drama on the first stage. Hit a sort of a bale protecting this big metal post, did a lot of damage, but basically we managed to scrape through.
Marcus Grönholm relentlessly applied the pressure to Kankkunen and Delacour. The short wheelbase Peugeot 206 suited to the short, quick stages of the opening leg. A win on stage 5 left him only 2 seconds behind Delacour. Delacour was happy with second place, but the main thing was not to push the 206 too hard too soon, as reliability would be a major factor in bringing the cars home in the top 3. Hyundai were well down the leaderboard. Looking forward to their first full season in WRC, they could still win the Formula 2 title in 1999. Later in the day, thousands of fans gathered at Silverstone racetrack to watch the Super Special. Spectacular and thrilling as the cars race side by side, partly on gravel and partly on the track. also come to see the battle of the Brits, Richard Burns against Colin McRae.
Slight right 30, pitch by -4. K left plus. So medium left 30. .150. Slight crest to flat left. Don't cut.
Like I said at the start of the stage, the tyre didn't feel so good, so I wasn't overly confident in it, but towards the middle it just got sort of better and better, and obviously, as you say, with me, Juha and the Seats as well doing a good time, then it's positive for the rest of the rally. It's good.
We try as hard as we could, but we have no grip. We were going to try and use a different tyre, and I was very, very scared in this stage. Very, very scared indeed. The spectators, they were completely in the middle of the road. I cannot blame the spectators. I can only blame in a poor control from the organizer side.
At the end, there was there was a lot of spectators, and I remember 2 corners. I didn't see the end of the corner. There was a spectator in the middle of the road.
I think it's probably the worst stage of the World Championship so far. I mean, I know the guys are enthusiastic, but I mean, they were waving flags, Scottish flags and Welsh flags in front of him on his line. You know, we really do appreciate the support, but it would be nice to actually have them just off the road and not on the outside of 6-gear corners or on line on 6-gear corners.
The stage was otherwise good, but it was quite sleepy in the morning, so. And a little bit fog on some parts.
Bruno, first proper gravel stage in the Skoda, how was that?
Not so bad. I think we have the 7th time overall. Not so bad at all, and it's a very, very fast stage and also very slippery, and we had a good...
slight right 50, slight left, don't cut 40, flat right, minus tight and steady mark. Go 120, flat left, plus.
Extinguisher! Fire extinguisher! And another one!
Jatkaa oikein täys.
Richard's come off the last stage, just driving quietly down the road. He's had an underbonnet oil fire. Something on the engine around the turbo area has created an oil leak, and it just went on fire. He put it out, he got it back to service, and now they're trying to trace it and cure it permanently, but it's going to be quite difficult. 20-minute service, and that's all they've got.
doesn't matter, we are anyway too far behind, and I just need to drive through the stages, get some experience.
How difficult is it to get motivated when you know that it's impossible to win or even really get a good place here?
Well, we still try to do something. We never know. It's still a long way to go, and for me, it's very important to try to go flat out through the stages, because I haven't done them with full speed for, I think, never.
We've been having problems with the engine in the car. I'm not very happy with the tyres. It just hasn't really clicked. The spectators in the first stage this morning, you know, if you don't get a good first stage, then it knocks you off the boil a bit.
Seems to be difficult. We lost too much now, but okay, it's a very long day tomorrow. 200 kilometers. It's a long day, so we will see what's happening.
Tomorrow with 45k and quite a few 30k stages, then nothing to be taken for granted there.
Yeah, the final question is fairly obvious. I mean, obviously, Juha and you, no love lost back in Argentina. He's in second. Is he going to be allowed to push and threaten your first place, or are there going to be team orders?
I would imagine that we'll carry on doing what we're doing.
But for instance, say in Formula One, when two drivers are fighting, they slow each other down. Not the same in rallying.
No, we cannot slow down now, because, I mean, we have to try to keep him behind.
George, Carlos seemed to have lost a lot of time in stage 12.
Yeah, 4 minutes, unfortunately. Probably, he reckons, the slowest corner in the rally. And about 5 or 6 kph just slipped off on the inside of a hairpin.
Is that because of the conditions?
No, it's because the car doesn't fly very well when he goes over a big hole and he's not going fast enough.
Well, Colin had another big accident last night, a 6th gear job over a blind crest. And unfortunately, there was another car that was already off the road from the previous time through the stage. And did quite a lot of, well, extensive damage to the car. But they're both okay. But it's certainly a different end to the season in relation to what we had at the early part of the season.
Fast right, tightens. So it's 80 fast right, tightens, 20, flat left.
Better running first car in these forests because you tend to sort of drag out more mud as each car goes past, so I'm pretty happy to be running first car. We've got 30 seconds over Juha, and I mean we started 8 behind him today, so I'm pretty confident we can keep that gap where it is.
Some of the guys behind are saying you're doing big cuts, is that right?
Nah, just normal.
Today, what should have been a very routine gearbox change that we only did because we thought there's something we're not quite happy about in the data. Juha hadn't even noticed anything. We thought we'll be very, very conservative and change the gearbox.
was wrong with the car. It was noise from the front right tire, and I maybe lost my concentration for that, and came a little bit too fast here, and the car didn't turn anymore, so we went off quite badly.
Vasen eri plus, jatkaa huomio, oikea eri sisältä liukas savi ja oikea K pyöreäksi. Lyhyt helppo oikein varos sisään 9.
From 95 with Mitsubishi, and very first time engine failure, and well, it's unfortunately it's here. UK seems to be again difficult here.
Everything was going great. The first 2 stages was great this morning, no problems. And the long one now, everything was going fine for 20 Ks, and then all of a sudden the moose just exploded inside the wheel, and all I could see was the moose flying up in the air, and we had another 12, 13 Ks to go.
I don't think it has sunk in yet that we will not be involved, and I think when Monte starts next year and we will not be around, then I think that's when it will really start to feel you know, whatever we are going to feel.
No, I think I got it. I would like to be the second driver with Skoda next year, but in the moment I would like to be concentrate for the end of the rally, and then we will see for later on.
Feel fantastic. It's been one of the more difficult, not really the weather conditions, but the road's been so slippery, and the cars work well, tyres have worked well, and lots of other people are.
Didier, how far have you gone like this?
I think it's finished.
This is Didier Oriol finished one wheel pretty well missing. We've got the disc brake there, but we don't actually have the wheel.
La voilà. C'est bon? Attends. Là, vas-y, c'est bon. Elle est là? Là, elle y est. Bon, le temps. Ben, il faut faire le levier, quelque chose. Quelque chose? Donne-moi les clés. Donne-moi la clé pour cela.
What about today?
2-3 Ks. You know this left, after the airplane, we have one left slippery, narrow in the finish.
Yes.
I was 2 over and was over the...
Le moteur en marche que je vois si l'autre tourne. S'il tourne, je le file tout près de l'alimentation.
Can you not continue down? George, is it possible?
Carlos!
We have to stop. We have
Carlos, what? Suspension broken.
Do you think you can finish?
Line's gone.
The water temperature just went sky high.
Not only the water, the oil too. That's a little bit more scaring.
Do you think you've lost some oil?
Maybe, yes.
Laisse la voiture, allez. Ouais, j'ai foutu tout là-bas. Allez, je pense que ça va tenir.
How does this win rate with the others?
It's different. It's the first rally I've won in the second year in a row. It's my home event, obviously, as well, which makes it pretty special. And there was a lot of hype before the rally about me against Colin, and for whatever reason, Colin wasn't able to compete, you know, right at the head of the field on this event. For, you know, it's not like he doesn't, not like he's forgotten how to drive or anything like that. For whatever reason, he wasn't happy with the way everything was going, and the biggest fight really came from Juha. And once we went a little bit quicker than him this morning, then I was happy.
I think there's a lot just knocking on the door. You know, you can see, of course, we're losing Toyota, but you know, the challenges are still there. You've got Peugeot, you've got Seat with good driving team now, and the car is obviously performing very well. You see that here. You know, that Ford, of course, with the Focus, they've had a year under their belt, so you know, it's going to be a tough year.
I think we feel in a pretty strong position. You know, Richard's obviously on great form, so we definitely see him as a world champion next year. Can't see any reason why we shouldn't win the Manufacturers' Championship, but we'll need a bit of luck, just like we didn't have it at the start of this year. I guess it might be a difficult decision to make if we do really well on the first 3 rallies, but that's what we're planning for at the moment. You know, we want to be in a position to use the car from Portugal, but we'll make the decision, I guess, a few weeks before when we've got the results of Africa and Sweden.
Looking forward to the future. We've obviously got Carlos joining us for next year, which I think will be a big plus for the team. And I think it'll be a big plus for Colin as well, because, you know, he's had a lot of the responsibility and the burden of a lot of the testing this year. We've relied on him heavily. So with Carlos's experience and the way that he pushes, and we know exactly how he works from being with us in '97, we feel that it'll strengthen the team all round.
But we need some more, and that's why we were looking for a top driver, because he can bring to the team much more experience on many things on the car and all the other things.
Raisonnable consisterait à se dire que nous pouvons nous battre pour être champion du monde, monter sur le podium. En tout cas, je suis persuadé que Peugeot sera champion du monde des rallyes. Que ce soit en 2000 ou en 2001, peu importe, mais nous y arriverons parce que nous en avons le potentiel, les moyens et la détermination.
Shack.